Well, good morning all. Back out doing it again. And today is the 1st of October, so that's the start of the pike season. Now typically the rivers have, having been low all year, all summer and all autumn, in the last week or so we've had loads and loads and loads of rain. So the rivers are up and over the top and completely flooded. Can't get anywhere near them. Typical, isn't it? Pike season starts and the river's flooded. So I've come down to my local gravel pit, Pike Pit 1, to see if we can get a pike on the first day of the season. Now all I'm going to do to start off with is just wander around. Now I've got my light lure rod, one of my dad's old fishing reels, an old Mitchell 300 for the 1970s here, and also, don't know if you can see it here, but a little lure, little spoon, little silver spoon here with an inscription on it. I don't know if you can read that, but this was one of my wedding presents from my dear wife, so thanks, Sal. It says, "You are my greatest catch." Oh. So I haven't used it before. I've been saving it for today, first day of the pike season, and I'm going to see if I can get a pike on this little lure. Casts well. It's great in the water. It's like a wobbling action to it, so hopefully that'll get a few pike. October the 1st today, first day of the piking season, and I've come down with my little lure rod for a lap round the lake, and I've had one straight away. Nice little pike to get the season off and running, and nice to get one on a lure for a change. Right, that's one fish out of this swim. We'll move on to the next swim, see if we can get another one. Little baby. But that's what you usually get on the lures, small ones, but a nice perfect example and one for the future. So that's the third one in the morning, and I've done a lap of the lake, so I think I'm going to change tactics now. And that's what I caught that one on, a rubber flexible tailed sort of shad. Wiggles along like that. And that little one snaffled it down, didn't he? Right, I think we're going to try some dead baiting now. I'm going to go and change the gear and go on to one of the other lakes and see if we can get one a bit bigger. So I've done a lap around the lake and had 3 pike in the end, nothing above about 5 or 6 pounds on the lures. I had a couple on my little silver spoon, and I had another one on like a rubber shad, sort of wobbly tail thing. Lost 3 or 4, I think, you know, and they grabbed it and even swallowed it on a couple of occasions, and had it on for a little while and it come off. Another one grabbed the tail, and another one grabbed it and spat it out. So that was a completed lap of the lake. So then I went back to the car, put the lure gear in the car, and I swapped it all over for the dead baiting gear now. Different approach, you know. Nice to get the floats back out. Haven't seen the old pike bungs bobbing along for 7 months now. so it's a nice welcome back, and hopefully one of those pike floats is going to move off today at some point. So I've got 2 smelts out there at the moment. I'll stay in this swim for a couple of hours, then I might move further down there, or I might move over to the other lake. You know, I'll move around, see if I can get a few more pike. Well, as you can see behind me here, I've moved swims. In fact, I've moved lakes. So I started off dead baiting on Pike Pit 1, gave it an hour and a half in there, nothing, not even a twitch. Even tried the maggots after the roach and the rudd, and the float didn't even twitch again there, so absolutely nothing, dead as anything, although I did have those ones on the lures. So I've moved over to here. A familiar swim to me, did really well last 2 winters pike fishing, done really well for the tench and the bream and the carp in the summer, so it's been a good swim to me, this one. So let's hope that it's good to me this afternoon. We're in. Pike. Fair size one. That's a better one. It's a double figure one, that's for sure. Brilliant. Yes. That's definitely a double. I knew it was a fair fish. Just over 13 pounds this one, 13.2. So not a bad first day of the pike fishing season. Had a couple of small ones this morning on the lure, and I've been sticking it out on the dead baits this afternoon. Finally got my first bite, and it's this cracking 13 pounder. What a great way to start the season. This is probably one of the better fish in the lake. Lucky me. Right, let's get her back. Well, I can't believe it. I put that 13 pounder back. Put another smelt on, swung it out there, and within minutes the float was going away. And I got this one, and it's another double figure pike. God, you know, I sat here all afternoon for nothing, and then 2 double figure pike, one after the other. That's where I've been catching the fish, literally 5 foot from the bank, right under that sunken willow tree there. It's about 5:30 now, the light's starting to fade, it's a bit overcast, just start to spit with rain, you know, it's quite cold as well. Got my jacket on, got my hat on, hands in the pockets, you know, it's getting a bit nippy now. It's quite a cold wind. And I've had no more action. So basically it was those 2 isolated bites, around about 2, 2, something like that, you know. I had that one fish, and then as soon as I slung it back out there, I had another fish. Nothing since. I'm going to try and hang it out till about 6:30, give the traffic a chance to die down, and then I'll be off on a very successful opening day of the pike fishing season. So let's hope that's a good omen and things continue in the same way. But I've had a great day, had a few nice fish, a couple of nice doubles, some fish on the lures, so an absolutely brilliant opening day of the pike season. Nice one to start the day with. It's actually the 6th fish I've had this morning, believe it or not. This is a fish around about 8 pounds probably. I'm not even halfway around the lake and I've had 6 fish already. I've been dropping into each swim and I've had one out of each swim and lost a couple, so it's been a pretty good morning so far. I've only been here for about half an hour. 6 fish. And today I'm using my trusty old 35-year-old Shimano. I was using the Mitchell 300 a couple of days ago, but still using the same wedding present spoon. That's what I love about this type of fishing. You know, you're always on the move. One swim, 6 casts, next swim, 6 casts, and so on. Just move around the lake or lakes. You know, I could be doing this all day, but I think I'll do maximum of 2 laps around the lake, and then I'll get down to some dead bait. Can't stop catching them today. There's another little in there. Pretty little fish. Well, it's about 12:30 now, and I've moved swims and lakes again. Started off on Pike Pit 1 over the back there. Had 8 pike in the end on 1 lap around the lake, so I was dropping into each swim, getting a fish, moving to the next swim, getting another fish, moving to the next swim, maybe losing one, having a few follows. Just hopped all the way around the lake, and by the time I'd done a lap, I'd had 8 pike, mostly small ones, you know, a few pounds, a couple, 4 pounds maybe, and 1 decent one of 8 pounds. I was using the spoon again, you know, that big silver spoon that my wedding present. Caught most of them on that, but on one occasion I had a perch. I had a go, followed it in. It's never going to take it. The perch was about that big and the spoon was sort of that big, but it did chase it in and have a go. So I swapped over lures and put one of those little micro shads on, not a tiny thing, and I did catch a perch. It's about 3/4 pound or so. So that's a nice change. A couple of follows from others, and a couple were grabbing the tail, you know, and they come off, and a few pike as well. I lost a few pike. So I had quite a bit of action on my 1 lap around the lake. Then I went back with the dead baits, had a little look, and I didn't fancy it, so I've come back into this swim on Pike Pit 2, where I was on Tuesday. I had a couple. So I've got the baits out there now, usual spots around the sunken willow, and hoping for a slightly better one. That float's moving. It's going. Missed Should have left it a bit longer there. I'm only using a single treble on that rod instead of the double treble. Just the single one. Snick through the nose of the fish. And what happened there was, there's the fish, hooks in its nose, it's grabbed it sideways on. That's what was causing the float to go. And then I've struck and I've just pulled it straight out of the fish's mouth, and there's a couple of marks down the flank of the fish. So lesson learned on that one. I need to just leave it just a little bit longer, wait for it to turn the fish. At least there's a pike out there, or was a pike out there. He's probably spooked off now, but it's a good sign. It's going again. I let it go for quite a bit this time. But it was the same fish. Fair size one. Definitely a double. It's another double. Exactly what I wanted. Just on 11 pounds this one is. Beautifully marked fish. Absolute cracker. And I think this fish had 2 goes at the bait. It had a go, I struck and I missed it. Slung it back out there, and 10 minutes later it had a second go, and I managed to get him that time. So, lovely 11 pound pike. And there's the other side. One of these really good conditioned metallic-y type ones. Lovely markings on this fish. Well pleased. Just getting his breath back. Giving him a little rest. There he goes. Lovely. Right, well it's 5 o'clock now, and sun's just sinking below the trees there in the background, and I've had no more action. So again, it's just like one isolated take today, this afternoon. I'm not going to pack up now because I'll catch the traffic, but what I think I am going to do is pack up in this swim and put the gear back in the car, and then get the lure rod out again, and then maybe do another lap around Pike Pit 1, or I might even go on the pond, the tench pond. I hear the tench pond's got a few nice perch in there, so if I put that little micro lure on and have a a little wander around the tench pond if it's not too busy, I might get myself a perch. But either way, I'm just about to wrap it up in this swim now, and either go on one of the other lakes. So if I don't get anything on there, on those two little lakes, that'll be it for the day. Another brilliant day, you know. I mean, how many did I catch today? 9. So I had eight pike on the lure and a perch, and then I've come over here and had one on bait, which was a nice one. So yes, another good day pike fishing, and can't wait to get back. So I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.